Hey students, in the last video we learned to find the value of electric flux through Gauss theorem, and we have one more method to find the value of electric flux, that is E dot A or E cos theta, where theta is angle between E and A. These are the two methods by which we can find the value of electric flux. Okay, now flux phi is a scalar quantity. Now what is the SI unit of flux? SI unit of flux is, as we know, phi is equal to E A. Now we know E is equal to F upon Q, means electric field intensity is force per unit charge. And what is the unit of force? That is Newton. Unit of charge is Coulomb. So unit of electric field is Newton per Coulomb, and the unit of area is meter square. So unit of electric flux is Newton meter square Coulomb to the power minus 1. So this is the unit of electric flux. Now we will discuss what are the applications of Gauss's theorem. Today we will discuss applications of Gauss's theorem. Okay, as we know, if we have a single charge Q and we have to find value of electric field intensity at a point P due to this charge Q, electric field intensity due to this charge Q, we have to apply the formula E is equal to F upon Q. This is the formula we know to find the value of electric field intensity E due to this charge, due to this single charge Q at a point P. If we have more than one charge, how to find the value of electric field? If we have more than one charge, suppose we have a line of charge. What would be the method to find the value of electric field? If we have a sheet of charge, when number of charges are lying, so many charges are lying over here, and we have to find the value of electric field intensity. In that way, we will use Gauss theorem. So application of Gauss theorem is to find electric field intensity due to the number of charges. Okay, so there are few steps to apply Gauss theorem. What are these steps to apply? Before applying this Gauss theorem, we will go through few steps. Step number one. Step number one is, if you applying Gauss theorem, means suppose you have a charge Q, okay, and you have to find the value of electric field intensity due to this charge at a point P. Suppose this time we have a single charge, okay, consider we have a single charge, and you have to find the value of electric field intensity due to this point P. So step number one, at this point you have to draw one closed surface. As you know, the Gauss theorem is true for the closed surface. So step number one is you have to draw one closed surface around the charge. So first one is you have to draw one closed surface. So step number one is closed surface is must. You have to draw closed surface around the charges. Okay, step number one. Step number two. Step number two is symmetry. Kiski symmetry? Symmetry of E on the surface, symmetry of A on the surface, symmetry of theta on the surface. Now let us discuss. Suppose we have a charge Q at a point P. We have to find the value of electric field intensity. Okay? So first we'll do easy one. इसलिए हम पहले single charge ले रहे हैं. Then we'll take multiple charges. So first, say we have a charge Q and we have to find the value of electric field intensity at a point P. Okay? So first step is we have to draw one closed surface around the charge. Step number two, symmetry of E. Symmetry of E means around this charge Q, On the surface, value of electric field intensity is same. See, same. If this is R, this is R, this is R, this is also R, then value of E would be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. E is same everywhere. Value of E is same everywhere. So E is okay. Symmetry of E on the surface is there. Now symmetry of A. Now since we have drawn this circle, symmetry of A at this surface, A would be outside. This surface, A would be outside. At this surface, A would be, this surface, A would be outside. See the symmetry of it. Every time it is outside. Third symmetry, that is theta. Means angle between E and A every time should be same. Should be same. Means angle between E and A is same. See at this point, angle between E and A is 0. 0, 0, 0. So we have chosen right surface. This surface is okay. Okay. That is why we have taken sphere around this charge Q. So we have taken sphere around this charge Q. That is why number 1 step is fulfilled. Step number 1 is fine. This surface, this sphere is closed. Okay. There is a symmetry of E, A and theta. Yes, there is a symmetry of E, A and theta. On the surface of this sphere, value of E is same because R is same. Value of A is same. Okay, outside all the time. Value of theta is 0 all the time. Step 3. Step 3 is you have to calculate net Q inside the Gaussian surface. Okay. So we were taking the example of this charge Q. Same example will carry on. We have to find the value of electric field intensity E at this point P. So step number 1, surface should be closed. We will imagine one closed Gaussian surface. This is the closed Gaussian surface we will consider. First one step. Second one is symmetry of E, A and theta. Yes, we have done E, A, theta. Symmetry is same all over the surface. Step number 3. Calculate net charge Q inside the Gaussian surface. Now, since you have imagined this is the Gaussian surface, now you have to go inside the Gaussian surface. आपको Gaussian surface के अंदर जाना है. Now you have to calculate the net charge Q. Here, since we have only one charge, so we will calculate it and we will say that yes, there is a single charge Q inside the surface. So, is the third step is clear to you? Third step is you have to go inside the Gaussian surface and calculate charge Q. Now, step number 4. Step number 4 is apply the formula. Apply Gauss theorem or formula. That is E, A cos theta is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Now E you have to find out since this is the application of Gauss theorem. A आपको पता चल जाएगा. You are calculating cos theta. Similarly Q as you have calculated in this step, third step, and you know the value of epsilon naught. There are 4 steps to calculate the value of electric field intensity. Step number 1 is you have to imagine one closed Gaussian surface around the charge or charges. Step number 2 is you have to see the symmetry of E, A and theta. Okay. Step number 3 is you have to go inside the Gaussian surface and calculate charge, number of charges. Step number 4 is you have to apply the formula E, A cos theta is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. So by this way you can calculate value of E. Let us do one simple example first. Example is, suppose this is the charge Q. Okay, you have to find the value of electric field intensity at this point P. Okay, we have to find the value of electric field intensity. To come to the step number 1. Step number 1 is you have to imagine one Gaussian surface. And Gaussian surface should be, step number 2 says, the Gaussian surface should be in which value of E, A and theta should be in a symmetry, means should be same. Here if charge means charge Q should be at the center. At the center value of electric field intensity is this direction. Value of, suppose for this surface, value of area vector is this direction and theta is 0 degree. For this surface we have done all before also, value of E, A and theta is symmetry is same. So means we have chosen same, good, means it is a surface in which value of E, A and theta is symmetry. So number 2 is also satisfied. Step 1. Step 1 is closed surface we have chosen. This is closed surface. This is a sphere around charge Q. This is our imaginary surface. Step 2. Step 2 is okay. Value of E, A, theta all are in a symmetry. Okay. Step number 3. Step 3. You have to go inside the Gaussian surface. Now go jump inside the Gaussian surface. See the value of or calculate the value of charge Q. Here calculate the value of charge Q. Here it is Q only. Okay. And step number 4. Now come in this step. Step 4, that is, apply this formula EA cos theta is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Isn't it? We have to find the value of E, as it is we are doing application of Gauss theorem. For this E value we have to find out. A, this is the Gaussian surface and this is a sphere. So what is the area vector? What is the surface area of this sphere? We know total surface area is 4 pi r square. We have done in the last video also. What is cos theta? Cos theta is cos 0. Now come to the Q up. As since single charge is there, single charge is there. Q. Epsilon naught 0. Epsilon naught is here. Now see, inside the Gaussian surface charge only single charge is here. That is why I am writing Q. Now we have to cos 0 is 1. So E is equal to, now see, put this value in right hand side. Q upon, just rearranges 4 pi and epsilon naught. I'll write together 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay. Now Q is left. Q again, R will also go to this direction. That is right hand side R. This is the value of electric field intensity. We already know. Value of electric field intensity is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. By the Gauss's theorem. Step 1, to by applying all these steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, by applying all these steps one by one, we find the value of electric field intensity due to the charge Q, okay, at a point P. Okay, now let us find the value of electric field intensity due to the line of charge. If there are so many charges, how to find the value of electric field intensity? By Gauss law, applying all these steps. This is very important topic actually. So electric field intensity due to the long infinite wire. Suppose we have a long infinite wire. This is the wire of infinite length. Okay. And we have to find the value of electric field intensity at a point P. Okay. This we have to find, and this is, suppose this is the positive charge. Positive charge is lying on this line, long infinite wire. Okay. And one thing is given. What is given? In this wire, one thing is given. What is that? Charge per unit length is lambda. Here charge is not q. Remember this. This is very important point. That charge per unit length, in 1 unit length, charge is lambda. In 2 unit length, charge is 2 lambda. In 3 unit length, charge is 3 lambda. Charge is not q. Again I am saying, charge per unit length is lambda. 2 यूनिट में 2 लैम्डा, 3 यूनिट में अगर 3 मीटर लंबा वायर होगा 3 लैम्डा, 4 मीटर होगा तो 4 लैम्डा, लाइक दैट. ओके, चार्ज पर यूनिट लेंथ इज लैम्डा. नाउ वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ electric field intensity at this point. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to imagine step number 1. Step 1 is you have to imagine one closed Gaussian surface. So we cannot imagine spherical surface as we have considered in the last time. Why? Because if we consider it sphere, then R would not be same all the time and symmetry of E would not be there, because step number 2 says if you are considering the surface, symmetry of E, A and theta would be there. Okay, in sphere, in this case, symmetry of E, A and theta would not be there. So we will consider the surface like this. Consider the surface like this. Okay, step number 1 is okay. Closed surface we have chosen. Closed surface we have chosen, that is cylinder is the closed surface. In the cylinder we have 3 surfaces, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now step 2 is we have to see the symmetry of E, A and theta in all the 3 surfaces. See in surface 1. Okay, in surface 1, see the symmetry of E, A and theta. If this is the cylinder, outer surface of the cylinder, and Q charge is lying over here, Q charge is lying, these are the electric field lines. Yes, these are the electric field lines, all at the same distance. It means symmetry of E would be same, E same, because R is same for all. So symmetry of E is done. A would all be perpendicular. Okay, outside. And theta, angle between E and A is 90 degree, 90 C. All the time it is 90 degree. Angle between E and A is all the time it is 90 degree. तो मीन्स थीटा इज ऑल्सो 90. तो इस सरफेस के लिए तो ई ए एंड थीटा हमारा सही है. कम टू दिस सरफेस, सेम एवरी टाइम ई ए एंड थीटा वुड बी सेम. ठीक है, नाउ सी, सॉरी, दिस सरफेस शुड बी, दिस इज द पॉइंट. सी द सरफेस नंबर 2. ओके, नाउ व्हाट वुड बी द डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी? दिस साइड, दिस साइड, दिस साइड. This is the direction of electric field intensity. What is the direction of area vector? Direction of area vector would be A. Symmetry is there. Okay? In the curved surface of the cylinder. This is the curved surface of the cylinder. Okay. So A. All the time E is same, A is same, because all the time distances are. So theta is also 0. Okay, same here. E, R, A, theta 0. Now, step number 2 is clear. Symmetry of E, A and theta. This we have done. Phi 1 for the surface 1. E, A cos 0. E, A cos 0. Sorry, E, A cos 90. This is A, this is E. E, A cos 90. Cos 90. That is 0. Phi 1 0. Now come to the third surface. Phi 3. E, A cos 90. That is 0. Then calculate. Now Phi 2. Second surface. Okay. E, A cos 0. We'll calculate. Step number 2 is done. Okay. Now come to the step number 3. Now step 3 is step 3. Now this step 3 is you have to go inside the Gaussian surface. You have to jump inside the Gaussian surface and you have to calculate the charge. कितने charges के अंदर पड़े हुए. Okay. So charge per unit लेंथ, एक यूनिट का चार्ज कितना है, लैम्डा है. सिंस द लेंथ ऑफ द सिलेंडर इज सपोज एल, एल इज द लेंथ ऑफ द सिलेंडर. अगर 1 यूनिट में लैम्डा चार्ज है तो इस टोटल जो हमने सिलेंडर गॉसियन सिलेंडर कंसीडर किया है, तो टोटल चार्ज कितना हो जाएगा, एक यूनिट में कितना है लैम्डा, तो एल में कितना होगा, एक लेंथ में लैम्डा है तो एल लेंथ में लैम्डा है, लैम्डा है. चार्ज भी कैलकुलेट कर लिया. स्टेप नंबर 3 इज ऑल्सो डन. नाउ कम टू दी स्टेप नंबर 4. स्टेप नंबर 4 इज अप्लाई फॉर्मूला. अप्लाई फॉर्मूला E A cos theta is equal to net Q upon epsilon naught. So E A cos theta for surface 1 is 0. I will not consider. E A cos theta 90 is again 0. Now only E A cos theta will be only for the curved surface. So I will write only E A cos 0 plus for surface 1 0 हो जाएगा, 0 हो जाएगा, Q net upon epsilon naught. Done. Now calculate. Okay. E A cos 0. E A cos 0 is 1 is equal to Q. What is the value of Q? Lambda L. अभी कैलकुलेट किया था, epsilon naught. E A. Because we are considering only this curved surface. This surface is 0. This surface is 0. Now what is the curved surface? What is the for curved surface? A is 2 pi r L is equal to lambda L upon epsilon naught. 2 pi r L. L and L is cancelled. So E is equal to, now send it this quantity to the right hand side, lambda upon 2 pi r epsilon naught. Or just to make it easy, we can write it 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught multiply and divided by 2. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda upon r. Easy. This is the formula. Or in this way we can find the value of electric field intensity due to the infinite long wire at a point P. So electric field intensity due to long electric wire is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda upon r. It means E is inversely proportional to 1 upon r. Whereas for charge Q, electric field intensity E is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square. Here E is inversely proportional to r square. Here you have to keep in your mind that for infinite long wire, E is inversely proportional to 1 upon r, or the graph of this would be like this. If this is E, this is r, okay? Means if r would decrease, E will increase like this. So this is the graph of E and R. So there are few more applications of Gauss's law. If you find this video useful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.